Hey everybody, I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday evening. I finally found a quiet spot. Well, I hope it's going to be quiet. And yeah, so today's topic is the art of napping. Now, over the past few days, I've been seeing lots of posts on social media about the need to taking it easy and just to the need to take care of ourselves and everything. And I just had lots of conversations with people where they get caught up in this vicious circle where you get lots done, especially now that obviously the lockdowns are over and everyone is going back to work. And so we are super busy trying to rebuild what used to be, trying to recreate a new reality. And it's very difficult when you work for yourself to actually stop and have a rest. And we all do it because we all do what we love doing, so that's not necessarily seen as work, but in reality we are just always working, and it's very difficult to switch off. So this is an exercise I get to do with my clients normally. When we first start working together, I ask them to create their ideal week and see what that looks like. And one of the first things I ask them to put in there is exactly the rest time. First of all, how many hours you want to sleep at night. That's your ideal week. Remember, not necessarily what you do, what you would like to do if you could have everything you want. So put that in there first, because if we don't recharge the batteries, not going to function very well, are we? So we try to turn this kind of vicious circle of not sleeping because you're thinking about what you need to do next, and then you wake up, well, you can't get out of bed, you're stressed, and then you stress because you can't sleep, so you didn't sleep, therefore your body is even more stressed, and that's a vicious circle. We're going to try and turn it into a virtuous circle where rest comes first. And so we do this exercise, and one of the things that I ask people to do, especially if they struggle to sleep, and it's very easy for women when they start to enter the perimenopause and the menopause, it's very difficult to sleep, and it's just a natural part of our lives. Sleep gets disrupted. So the one thing that I invite people to do is to find some time during the day actually to make space for some time for a nap. Now, naps are part of our humans' natural sleeping pattern. They used to be before modern life took over. And so when people have researched, observed civilizations that to this day live relatively unaffected by modern life, so they follow their sleeping pattern consists of a long period of sleep from, like, say 2 or 3 hours after sunset until dawn, and that's the main sleep. And obviously these populations live probably closer to the equator than we do, so for them the patterns during the year, the light and darkness patterns don't change much throughout the year. So they do that sleep, and then during the day, when the sun is at its highest point, they stop and they sleep for a couple of hours. So they have a long nap to catch up and top up on their sleep. And that is pretty much the natural pattern, sleeping pattern for humans. Now, we stop doing that because we work all day, we never stop. Most jobs advertised, when you look around, is 9 to 5. There is no time for a rest in between. You get an hour lunch if you're lucky. Some people don't even get that. So so what we lost. So it's important though that we try to build in that hour, especially if we work for ourselves. We got all the freedom that we want to build in that hour of sleep during the day, or a little bit. So I'm not saying you should have 2 hours, but if you can, it'd be great. But otherwise, all you need is 30 minutes. Now there was a study that was carried out in 2015, I believe, and I think it was in France. I can't remember the exact location, but it was basically they took a group of people, which unfortunately were men, young men for that matter. So, but even so, they put them in a sleep laboratory, deprived them of the sleep, as in they only were allowed to sleep for 2 hours overnight, and then they measured the stress levels and how the immune system was affected by the lack of sleep. And lo and behold, they found out that the stress levels were right up, went right straight through the roof. So they then asked the same participants to have a 30-minute nap, and they repeated the stress tests after 30-minute nap, and guess what happened? Everything was reset in those 30 minutes. Now that's immense, because stress causes all sorts of problems, and if you experienced stress to extreme levels, like you had trauma, you had stressful events, you're chronically affected by stress, you've been ill, or you're just going through a rough time, the damage that stress does to your life. It just literally destroys your health. So being able to go through a complete reset, in just 30 minutes, that is like huge. You can imagine how much money we could save. Not just the money, just even health. Still, even if you're taking medications, they fix one thing, they destroy another one. So it's just really immense, this research. So if you are going to create or schedule your ideal week, so all you need to do is find perhaps an hour to make sure you sleep for 30 minutes, but start building that habit of having a rest sometime halfway through the day when you can, and just have that nap, because it's going to save you in the long run. It's going to save you in health and our sake, having to go to doctors and having millions of exams and nobody ever works out what's wrong with you. And also, if you're trying to get fitter or lose weight, stress is your biggest enemy. So if you can eliminate the effects of stress just with that little nap, 30 minutes, that is gonna help you in leaps and bounds achieve your health and fitness goals and weight loss goals, because stress causes you to put weight on, and especially around the middle, and that's something that we already have to contend with after the age of when you're going through perimenopause and menopause. That's something that most women have to contend with. So that's another tool in your arsenal. So the art of napping. And I invite you to really think about this and trying to find those 30 minutes every day, whenever you can, to take care of yourself and do it in the best possible way, or best way possible. I'm not sure which way you say it, but so yeah. And funny enough, if you check my profile in the top, I have a fitness planner that I created God knows how many years ago, and I've forgotten about it, and I just rediscovered it this week or last week recently. So if you want to know how to create a perfect plan your perfect week, I'll pop the link below. Check it out. It has everything you need in there to create a perfect week, and then you can plan the whole year after that. But I'll go into details about that some other time, but just check it out for now and have that nap. Thank you for watching, and if you're watching this on a replay, let me know, drop me a hashtag replay, and I'll speak to you again very soon. Bye bye.